Hello, Blitz fans of all ages, it's me, Plumcastle here, going over Update 8.3, and as well a few leaks having to do with the update. So, if we go in here, you can see, of course, at the top, as always, is Wargaming's official video on the subject. If you do want to check that out, I highly recommend if you want a little bit more information. Now let's talk about some new camos that came to some tanks. Now, I do not know why they're talking about the Yo, especially considering it already has the camouflage pointed out here, and it says it's something about it being in the camo section, but I mean, I thought it was there already. But anyway, let's move on from that onto the new stuff, because the 4005 got the overkill camo. I honestly think it looks kind of disgusting, but let me know down in the comments what you personally think, because I do know there are a lot of people who do like it. Now, the FV4202 also got a safari camouflage. However, they didn't show us the front. It actually has a leopard on the front, just in case you're wondering. Now, the VK72.01K did get the Rotkopf camouflage. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I think this is my favorite. It's the most historic, but I do know there are a lot of people who don't like it. Now let's move on to Typhoon for the WZ121. Now, this is a step up from the FV4005 camouflage. I probably would like it more than the Safari. It's still a very unique and very colorful camouflage, to say the least. Now, the IS-7, the E100, and as well the T54E2 got PBR texture files. Now, the rest of these things here, if you really want to read them, you can go into the game yourself to check them out. It's just, they're a bit boring and a little bit too long, but those are some balance changes that came to a few different tanks. As well, they did remove the tech tree premiums, but they will be in stores occasionally. Now let's look at the PBR texture files, because of course they're PBR, they look great, and so let's check out the Shark first. Now, of course, this is not actually in my garage, so I can't show you the Shark camouflage, or I could, but it would take a lot more work. But there is the T54E2 in its PBR glory, and I think it looks very interesting. I see a lot of people in it, and the Shark camouflage definitely looks pretty snazzy with that. So next is the IS-7. If we come over here, you can see there is the, as soon as I load it up, sorry, the IS-7 received a bunch of updates or a bunch of buffs. It now has a better ammo rack from what I'm aware, and it actually has better armor, and it just overall was modified slightly. I do think the turret looks a little bit different, but I never really looked at these things a whole lot because I wasn't in tier 10 enough, but I do think it looks very nice. There are those PBR texture files. I do wish I had it, but I don't quite yet. I only have the IS, and I've barely researched the IS-3. I think that comes after it, but that's besides the point. Now let's move on to the mighty E100, because this is a tank that I actually own. And actually, here, I'm going to show you my normal, the one that's actually in my garage, because the one in there doesn't have the special camo like the one in the garage does. Now, I do have one complaint here. It looks a little bit too dirty, in my opinion. I think it should be a little bit cleaner, but then again, it's a big giant tank. Of course, it's going to be dirty. So now with that, let's move on to the leaks that I have for you guys. Now, I have two of them. One of them is like half leak, and if you don't know, there is going to be a clan mission or challenge for the 50 TP prototype, and it is a tier 9, so I'm assuming it's going to be fairly difficult to achieve. Now, I will mention as I move on to the next one, I did try to find the Battle Pass tank. However, it looks like there may be another update between now and the next Battle Pass, because it's not in the game just yet. However, there is the AMX CDA 1005. It's tier 8. It looks like a tier 8 French Stug, to be honest. But there you go, guys. That is the update 8.3. And so with that, I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.